Hello, and welcome back yet again. Today we are going to be doing a build of the Porsche 911 Carrera GTS Cabriolet. This is going to be for A-Class. So if we take a look at the engine, we have the 3.5 liter V6 equipped, which is not the stock, so this is an engine swap vehicle. For the parts, we are using the Sport Induction, the basic ECU, basic fuel system, sport exhaust, the Elite screw supercharger, the Sport Nitrous, Elite road suspension, the Pro stock brakes, the Elite grip tires, the Sport clutch, the 5-speed gearbox with the Elite differential, nitrous grip, and this should also be nitrous near miss. A lot of my builds earlier had the nitrous drift in there because it seems like that's what the standard was. But if a car doesn't drift, there's no point in having it, or if it rarely drifts. So near miss is better because you can just get close to traffic and build up your burst. So we're going to do a top speed of 159 with a 0 to 60 in 4 seconds and a 12.3 quarter mile. Let's go test this thing out. Okay, so with this car, it is slow off the line. You will probably get passed off the line unless you're racing against a much worse car. But once this thing starts to build up speed, you probably are going to win the race. It also corners like a dream, so you don't slide out a whole lot in corners, and it grips really well going through them. And you can build up your burst NOS very easily going through corners. As you can see, this guy's already in the dust, which means he's probably not a very well built vehicle. But makes it not a great test to show you guys how well this car does. Like I said, off the line, not great. Once you get going, you will catch up, you will pass, you will probably win. I haven't seen too many A-class cars that are as good as this one. Most cars coming around that corner on this race, even while braking, will not handle it as well as this one just did. You will hit the rev limiter down straightaways because it only does around 157-ish, something like that. Yeah, there was the rev limiter there. These Porsches, I have noticed, are also heavy cars, so they don't tend to stay in the air as long as other cars do. Yeah, 158. That's the rev limiter. That actually stayed in the air pretty well right there. It's amazing how once you say something about a car, the complete opposite typically happens. So if this guy even is still trying, we'll see how much distance there was between us. So yeah, he's still trying, and he was pretty far back there. At least he didn't stop. Props for that. I like it when people don't quit. So there's, what, 18 seconds difference there, basically, between me and that car. It'd be nice if I had another car that was better to go against, but it is what it is. And race number 2. Like I said, this thing is just slow off the line. I'm really shocked that car is so bad that it's not passing me off the line. Pretty much every time I use this car and it goes up against somebody that has a well-built car for A-Class, or at least a decently built car, they will take me off the line. But it's not long until I'm catching up and passing them. One thing I have noticed with this car, you need to try and keep it out of the dirt while turning, because it will lose grip and spin out very easily in the dirt. But thankfully, I don't think there's a lot of A courses that have turning with dirt involved. Oh, this poor guy. He's gonna lose by a literal mile. Unless I screw it up. I could always screw it up. Almost screwed it up right there. But yeah, I'm more than a mile away from him already. I'll be interested to see if he even finishes this race or before getting a DNF. Oh, he left. Okay. Well, he was probably going to DNF and he left. So, guess I'll run this last one by myself just to put up a time. Alright, so let's see. Can I beat myself? Oh, that sounded dirty. I'm sorry. I take that back. So one of the things I like about this race right here, it is a short race. It's also pretty straight. There's not a ton of curves in it. And it's not like when you're doing this portion right here in an S plus race, where you're probably going to hit that support and wreck out because you're going so slow you can see the support coming in an A-class car. So as you can see, this portion of the race, I'm already at my rev limiter. Even if it's not quite banging yet, I'm there. This corner right here, you have to start turning just a little early, let out of the gas, and maybe tap the brake, and you won't touch the wall. And you can come out of it just like that. I just got lucky that I was able to get that little bit of extra burst NOS off of those two cars that I had a near miss with. Coming back down this stretch, I'm at the top. Most cars aren't going to be going 150 some, 160 miles an hour coming through there. They're going to be doing about 130, 140 in A-class. So you should be able to smoke anything coming out of that area, provided you didn't screw up ahead of time. So there it is, 1 minute and 21, which I think is a very respectable time on that course. So that is the Cabriolet, which I think is a very slept-on car. I haven't seen a lot of it used. So that is going to do it for me. Thank you for joining in today. If you could please subscribe, please leave a like, comment so I know what you do or don't like, what you'd like to see, what you don't want to see, and I'll catch you all next time. Later.